Welcome, yogis. Namaste. Namaste. I'm pretending like I just walked in the studio, and I'm pretending like I'm looking out and I can see you all. Hopefully you have a beautiful sanctuary in your home where you can roll your mat out. I'm going to light a candle today. In the future, when you guys practice with me, maybe you'll do the same. Lift up a slight prayer, a sense of arrival. And you guys know I welcome you. I always do. But I think it's different when you welcome yourself to your space. I think it's a little bit more special. Let's the practice today be a sanctuary for us. We're going to breathe. We're going to move. And we're going to open to faith here on the mat. I'm always going to try to tie my videos in with my blog. So I started a blog this morning at 4:30 and that'll be coming. And so I'll tie these two in. One of the books that I'm reading that I recommend is called Inward. It's very tiny. Inward, and it's by Young Pueblo. It's in the blog, don't worry. I came upon this today and I was struck. When you grow rapidly and experience such deep insights that you can no longer look at yourself or the world in the same way, be kind. Allow yourself the time and space to settle into the new you. And yes, I did just stumble upon that. So again, the book's Inward, Young Pablo. It's very interesting for me to tape a video, right? Because most of the time you guys are lying back, you never see me, I sit on the mat. So to be taping this is unusual for me. I'm still gonna guide you with my breath. And thank you guys, that's what you're asking for. And most of the poses, as you know, can be done with your eyes closed. So for right now, I want you to get into a very comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like. And I'm gonna offer an opportunity for you to close your eyes and settle in. And begin to breathe your own natural rhythm of breath. And the breath comes slow. And the exhalation sneaks out. You can barely begin to discern air moving through the nostrils. The breath is slow. And we're carving out this time, this very sacred time. We're making this time for ourselves. To slow the heart rate and to de-stress. And to become very present to the present. And settle in. Begin to notice how your body can just sort of relax into the mat, deeply relax. And start to deepen the breath slightly, drinking the breath in slower, smoother. Lengthen. Appreciate this simplicity here. I'll guide you in a bit, but as you come to the top of the breath, notice that hammock for yourself, that pause, if you will. And exhale, slow it down, really slow it down. When you get to the bottom of the exhalation, just rest there, another pause, and then invite the breath in again, as though it were a sacred guest of prana, of life force. And pay attention how the breath can soothe you and calm those nerves. And if it calls to you to sigh the breath out loud, like a cleansing breath, then maybe that's what's needed. And just a little time here to arrive at this sacred space in your home sanctuary. going to guide you through Samavriti, same breath. And so let's exhale. And perhaps if you need to, change the cross of your legs. And exhale, empty your lungs. And now with me, inhale 1, 2, and 3. And pause. And exhale 3, 2, and 1. Pause for yourself. And inhale 1, 2, and 3. Pause. Exhale slow. 3, 2, 1. Just feel a little empty here. And inhale 1, 2, 3. Just right, not stuff, just right. A little pause. And now exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're empty again. And inhale 1, 2, and 3. And hold on with me. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. Invite the breath in. 2, and 3. Another little pause for you. Let go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, and 3. Pause, pause. Exhale, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be still. Listen, listen. And inhale 1, 2, 3. A little pause. And exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Just a moment. Inhale again. Invite that breath in and in. 2 and 3. Pause. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pause, just a little one. And inhale again. 1 and 2 and 3. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pause. Empty. And just one more time. Inhale 1 and 2 and 3. Pause. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 and 1. And hold the breath out. Good. Good, you guys. And just notice the shift in the body-mind. Keep your eyes closed. Just notice the shift. Maybe just start swaying your body side to side. Circle your shoulders around. The breath, the pranayama, prana, life force, ayama, to control or absorb. We need this breath so much to calm the nerves. We talk about the nervous system getting overtaxed. We need this time more than ever to be guided, to just come to the mat and let someone else tell us how to do it. And here I am, and namaste again, and thank you. I feel honored that you guys are tuning in and allowing me to be the one to guide you. So a simple practice today. I don't even have the timer on. I'm thinking we might go about 45 minutes. Just notice the shift that's just occurred with that marriage. There's an awareness between breath and presence. And I think that's what we need, right? And I know for a fact it takes practice. We let go We let go. And letting go itself is a practice. Letting go isn't an accomplishment, right? It's not. It's a repeated practice. And we let go of the worry. We let go of the what ifs. And I know that's hard, you guys. It's hard for me too. I'm going to do the best I can to guide you calmly. So maybe you lit a candle. Maybe you actually left the room. Maybe you'll light a candle tomorrow if you tune in again. I'll be doing videos about every 3 days. The first one I did, you guys, not everyone has a bolster at home. I understand that. So you can just take a big stack of blankets. We're going to set the bolster lengthwise down the spine like we usually do. And we're going to open the heart. So pull the bolster in to your tailbone and just come on down. But do so very deliberately, very slowly, so that you're just allowing yourself to get comfortable and get situated, and make sure that your skull is supported. And then stretch your legs out long. And again, it's almost another sense of arrival, right? Your spine is in a very slight back bend. You can always roll the blanket up like a burrito, a big fat burrito, right? And you can decide if it's the size of a loaf of bread or however large you want it. Maybe you do want just like a bolster, in which case you probably have 2 blankets. And just point and flex your feet. Shake your toes a little bit. Rest on your heels. Let your toes go to 10 and 2. And now take a big breath in. And even a bigger breath out. And today I want you to place one hand right over the belly, about an inch above the navel stem. And take your other hand right on your heart. Beautiful, you guys, so nice. And pause there and just connect these 2 very vital centers in the body. So you're lying back on your mat, your eyes are closed, you're at home, you're in your sanctuary, little cocoon. Your family knows to leave you alone at this time. Perhaps they're even joining you. We've breathed and we've recentered. We hit the reset, rebalance, and we're going to enjoy the rest of this very soothing yin practice, yin yoga, where muscles are relaxed, where we're investigating the uninvestigated. Right now is just a connection between that heart space, the center of love, breathing, giving your love, finding patience in love, and receiving love, allowing the love in. There's love everywhere. Hopefully you're receiving it as well and taking good care of yourself. Self-love. Your solar plexus. Whew. That's what's going to be challenged at a time like this, with the unknowing, the uncertainty. And if it feels good, just rub your belly in a circular motion. Yeah, right above the navel stem. That's your solar plexus, you guys. That is your Manipura chakra. It's your energy center, where your power comes from, where your empowerment, your certainty. Yeah, this center needs some attention. I'm going to invite you to just rest your hands down at your sides if that suits you. Otherwise, if it's very comforting to keep your hands on your body and hold yourself, do that. Your heart is in extension. Your spine is bent back like a little baby bow. Nothing too drastic, but the sternum that beautiful bone that protects your heart is attached to the ribs, and that therefore opening the heart space. And some of you are telling me you're feeling stuck in the throat, stuck in the heart. So lie back and breathe slow and smooth, calmly. 1 and 2 and 3, and pause there. And then exhale. 3, 2, 1. You're ripening into the earth. You're enabling your mat to be this source of comfort, security, faith. A little longer. We'll linger. There's no rush. There's never a rush in the yin practice, never. There's time to explore and time to be curious. Just check into your inner state of being. You can come to this mat anytime. You can turn this video on anytime. Maybe it's just enough to breathe. I hope you do. I'm going to ask you now to raise up nice and slow, soothing, gently, and then just take your props and push them off to the side, okay? You're probably going to use them again. And then you guys, you're moving the prop. I want you just to return right onto your back. Have your blocks if you need to. I use blocks in this pose. We're coming into reclining butterfly. So the soles of your feet are together. Your knees wing out. For those of us that aren't externally rotated like myself, I always use the blocks. You can always roll up blankets here as well. And it's a nice pull through the groin and through the legs. If you want to reach your arms up today, feel free to do that. For some of you, this is a little tight on the shoulders. If that's the case, just go ahead and leave your arms down to the side. I'm going to take my arms up overhead because it opens my heart, and I need that. And the pose starts now. We'll be here for 2.5 minutes. Just settle in. Rock your head side to side just a time or two so that you're giving that skull of yours a massage on your mat. Keep the breath flowing. The breath is always key, you guys. You know I talk about the breath like crazy. But right now, when you're practicing at home, I want you to focus on your breath even more. Watch how much it soothes the physical body. And when you're meditating on the breath, the thoughts can't grip quite so hard. The space between the thoughts gets a little longer. The breath is a tool, right? And it takes practice. We're never going to perfect the breath. We're always going to invite the breath in and out. We're going to listen. We're going to watch the breath. And breathe right into the navel stem. You can feel your belly like puff up and rise and rise and rise, almost like a little wave. And then the breath departs. And you guys know it's the exhalation that taps you into the parasympathetic nervous system. It's the exhalation that lets the bones get heavy. So while we're in this pose for about another minute, I want you to feel that sense of being buoyed up and lifted. And then the opposite of being lifted is being empty and emptied. That is where you can marinate and melt into your mat. Your nervous system needs to calm. Give it time, you guys. Excellent. Just a little longer. We're going to be in this butterfly pose. You might notice your groins are softening a little bit. You might be able to deepen the pose. If you're using the blocks, slip them out from under your thighs or knees. Set them aside. Bend your knees up like they're going to go towards the ceiling. And just place your soles of your feet flat on the mat. And we're going to windshield wiper the knees side to side. I want you to move slow today. And as your knees go side to side, maybe you rock your head in the opposite direction. So let your knees fall to the right, look left. Let your knees go left, look right. Beautiful, you guys. And you're breathing and just allowing. The tissues might be a little stuck. We've been sitting around maybe more than normal. And pull one knee into your chest. Pull your left knee into your chest, in fact. Clasp your hands all the way to the webbing, left knee in, and let your right leg go long on the mat. Point and flex that right foot, and circle the toes around clockwise and counterclockwise, and then just relax here. Tuck your chin. Practice today with deep peace and finding contentment on the mat, Santosha. Release your left knee nice and slow, you guys. Left leg goes long. Pull your right knee into the chest. Clasp your hands all the way to the webbing. Tuck your chin. Pull that knee in. Settle in. Find your depth. Not too much, not too little. Swish the left toes. 10 and 2. Yeah. Circle your ankle around. Left ankle. A couple times and then just settle in here. Beautiful, you guys. Release that. Release that. Bring both knees into your chest and take your legs up to the sky. And point and flex your feet. And offer up a nice straddle pose. Just open your legs. And legs back together. Roll up, you guys. Roll up. And now you're going to open your eyes. Hello, hello. I'm setting my blocks aside. I'm setting my music aside. We're going to come into a straddle pose, and you can sit up on a blanket if that serves you. A lot of us sit up on a blanket. It's much more comfortable, right, for the sits bones. And however wide your V is, go for it, right? Find your own edge here. Palms down on each knee. We're just going to circle around here, you guys, and we're going to spend some time. And undoubtedly, you're watching me the first time or two. And I don't always do full circles, as you notice, right? By now in class, most of you are closing your eyes. You've practiced with me again and again, so this is nothing new. All we're doing is taking our torso and making circles while seated in straddle pose. And I'm not the type of teacher to say, go around 8 times to the right, go around 8 times to the left. If you close your eyes here, you'll be tapped into your intuition, and if you listen to your body, it's going to tell you at what depth. I'm just going to guide you to circle. I like to meet in the middle and go counterclockwise, nice and slow with breath, and then I meet in the middle again and I go back clockwise. And just spiral and just notice the opening. Where are you feeling this? I feel it in my groin, but I also feel it in my hamstring. And then depending upon how wide my circles go, I get this sideways too. My palms are down on my knees so that I can feel centered and grounded. And now as I loosen up, I'm letting my head and neck go. I just had to double check the candle so I don't burn my bangs. Make sure your candle's far enough away if you're using one. Let's not rush this. We're together energetically, circling and just relaxing. Beautiful, you guys. And now come to neutral spine with me. And I want you guys to reach up through this right side. So really elongate your right side body. Reach out and tilt over to your left. Drop your head back. Open your heart. A little movement here. Inhale, come on up. And drop your right arm down. Slow and deliberate. Stretch up through this left side and tilt over to your right. And just check in with your left side body. What's going on with that rib cage? Are you feeling stuck? Tight? Do you feel fluid? Have you been on your mat a whole lot more now that you're home? Inhale, come on up. We're going to do that other side one more time. Stretch up through this right side. Really open up that side rib. Tilt over to your left. And this time you might find a little bit more depth. Enjoy. Are you breathing? Nice and slow. In and release. Bend your elbow so that your hand can just give your neck a little massage. And don't worry, we're going to get to neck rolls before too long. No worries on the mat, right, you guys? And inhale, come on up. Slow, deliberate breaths. Drop your right hand down. Stretch up through this left side and then tilt over to your right. And just explore your own depth. You guys can be watching the video, but at this point, I doubt you are. If you close your eyes, you can get a deep exploration. This is a lateral side bending, so good for the rib cage and the spine. Bend your elbow so that you can just give your neck a little massage, you guys. And then come on up. Breathe in, reach up. Really reach up, you guys. Look up. If that feels good, look up. And then exhale very deliberately. Let your hands come down. And of course, you guys are going to open your eyes again. I miss you guys. You have no idea how much I miss you guys. It's funny when you don't have something. Easy to take teaching for granted, different studios, and I walk in and see you guys. So I'm pretending, right? I can see you. I know you're here with me in heart. Thank you. Go ahead and set the bolster. And some of you, as you know, will set some cookbooks, encyclopedias. Yesterday I had the Grey's Anatomy. So if you need a lot of bolster here, we're going to come into straddle pose, and you're just going to drape your torso forward, and you're going to find your edge here, and it's important to do that. You might even be resting. It looks like this is like oh no pose. Basically, I'm just holding myself up. I've propped myself up, you guys know, so that you're not using muscle, okay? And we're going to hold this pose for about 2.5 minutes. And I want you guys to just find the pose. Most of you come to the practice to feel the deep stretch and to relax. So let's do that in this straddle pose. Soften your legs and just give yourself time to explore the pose. And I bet there's a good chance you started thinking, and so what if you did? You're human. Please, please, just be human. Guide your mind back to the breath, slow and gently. Again and again, just guide the breath back. And drink your breath, drink it. Enjoy these smooth, steady, calming inhalations. And steadier exhalations. That's when you can marinate into the pose, get heavy, let your bones indent your mat. We're allowing our bodies to soften. We're yielding to the pose. Some of you are going to stay right there. Some of you are going to explore more depth. That's up to you, you guys. Just find that contentment, santosha. And I'm going to ask you to rise up, and I want you guys to do so slowly, intentionally, with breath. Inhale, come on up. Bend your knees here, you guys. Just windshield wiper. Notice how far apart my feet are. And you can get a nice groin stretch when your feet are apart. Play with me for a minute and take your feet together and then drop your knees side to side. And then you get more of a IT band, sort of like a gluteus massage. And then when you widen your feet, feel it a little bit more in the groin, right? Good, you guys. And just relax. I like this too when I windshield wiper because I can get a nice side waist twist. And nothing else happening, you're just releasing. And I'm going to guide you guys through a little bit of movement because I feel that that's important. Of course, you guys know I love the yin practice, but also a little bit of movement, especially since a lot of us are at home and some of us feel stuck. And I hope you guys are getting outside to walk and such. But let's do some caterpillar waves. And I know you guys have seen this in the studio. So you're just sitting. You can pull the flesh out from underneath your buttocks if you'd like. I'm going to exaggerate the first couple rounds just like I would if we were in the studio. You're going to take your chin up. And the reason I'm doing that is to extend my back here, okay? So maybe even watch the first one. I'm exhaling, watch. And then I'm going to curl my chin in, round my back, and I start inhaling here, you guys. Join in, chin up. Extending the spine, you're exhaling this entire length. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Wherever you are depth-wise, fine. Then curl your chin in. Inhale, pull your belly in. Come on up. And some of you will undoubtedly do this a little faster. This pose, to me, these caterpillar waves, so much more about following the breath. Let the breath guide the movement. It's not the other way around. The breath, the exhalation guides the entire length of this forward fold. And then curl up. Let your spine round. You can pause at the top of the breath if you really want to explore that. Pause. I love to. And then breathe. You're empty. You don't have to drink the next breath in. You can pause here and then inhale. Beautiful, you guys. Beautiful. And then turn back to face me. And we're going to come into a seated position that's comfortable for you. Just make sure that maybe you have a blanket. Just make sure you guys are comfortable. I know you know how to do that. We're going to circle our head around, you guys. And it's so simple. And again, just like I guided you to extend your spine and breathe and curl up with an inhalation just then, I'm going to guide you now. So I want you to slow these neck rolls down tremendously. An ear will seek the shoulder, you guys, and then as you roll your head back, you're opening the throat, and your opposite ear will seek that shoulder in this lateral flexion, and then your head slowly rolls forward and your chin seeks the sternum. It's here where you can go back the other direction or keep spiraling. Inhales and exhales guide the movement so that you can just get curious, right? It's an investigation. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, if you found a spot that's sticky, well then, just hold on, you guys. Release with breath, And then circle back. And explore. And pretend you really do have a paintbrush. It's one of those artist brushes, you guys. It's one of those clever little artist brushes. You've taped it to the back of your head. We all come back to the studio. Maybe we really did dip our paintbrushes in paint. What color did you paint your ceiling? You're circling. Oh, I wish I had some better jokes for you guys. I don't. But I have movement. I have ideas to relax. And listen, open your inner ears. Listen to the sound of your breath as it's entering. Listen to the sound of the breath going. It's not going far. You can invite the breath right back in again. Beautiful, you guys. Neutral neck, right? And just drop your left ear to left shoulder. And right ear to right shoulder. And left ear to left shoulder. And switch sides. Enjoy, appreciate you guys. Appreciate the moment, this time you've carved out. What a wise choice for your optimal nervous system, health, well-being. Beautiful, you guys. Come to a neutral neck. I'm going to encourage you to look over your left shoulder just a little. You're not going to push all the way around. That would be silly. So you're just looking, you're not turning your torso. Your torso is actually facing me, you guys. You're just looking over your left shoulder. Inhale right here. Exhale, take the full length of the exhalation to wander over to your right shoulder so that we're slowing it down, at least while we're on the mat. Very deliberate, mindful movements. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale right here. We're going to twist again to the other side. Exhale. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Take your time. What's going on physically? Energetically, you're harmonizing yin and yang. Mentally, you've slowed the thoughts. Inhale right here. Exhale, exhale. Use the length of the exhalation to wander. And you're looking over your right shoulder now. Maybe you'll deepen this twist of the cervical spine. You're looking over your right shoulder. Good, you guys. Come back to center nice and slow. Just shake it out a little bit. A couple of shoulder rolls here. Both can go back, both can go forward. You guys know, a lot of freedom here. Just circling your shoulders. Are you tight? I am. One shoulder in particular. Yeah. Put your hands up on your shoulders and then bend your elbows and just circle your elbows around. Forward and back. Let these shoulder joints relax. You guys know we've talked about these aha moments when you're circling the shoulder joints. All of a sudden this entire area of throat, of chest, of heart, this constriction in your upper back begins to dissipate and just liquefy and vanish. A couple more nice big shoulder rolls. Nice, you guys. And then reach up. Slow and liquid. Take your time. Circle your wrists around. Make fists here. And circle the other way. Spread your fingers. And just notice this simplicity, how good this feels, how tight we can get in the forearms. Hand out in front of me, your left hand, and pull your fingers down and to you. Breathe in. Switch hands, nice and slow. Your right hand, so you're extending your arm straight out, and you're taking your other hand and just pull those fingers back. Great opportunity to explore your edge. If you push back too far, not going to be good. So you find this just right, your Goldilocks. You guys are doing great. And shake your hands out a little bit. And then join me in a squat, you guys. Find a squat. And if your heels are coming up, so not too odd of a transition, right? If you need the blanket underneath the heels, great. And if you guys need to sit on a block or an encyclopedia, or I don't know what you guys are using, you have to tell me. Stay in touch with me. Squat. So I'm setting up, but I don't need these. And so I'm going to find my edge while I'm practicing with you. If your toes are parallel, great. If your toes are turned out to the side, that's great too. Just let your knees and toes track in the same direction. It's harder to squat parallel, you guys. So find your way here, settle in, I always do. Palms together, this is Anjali Mudra. And then place your elbows inside your knees. And then you're gonna try to get your spine tall, chin level here. Go ahead and close your eyes. And tune in, tap in, you guys. What's going on with your heels? Your Achilles heel. Easy does it on the knees. Use a block if that's preferable for you. Feel your entire length of your spine, pelvis, soft. And see if you can deeply meditate for the next minute or so. If the mind wanders, drink the breath in slow and smooth, trusting that you can return to the ease of the breath, the calm of the breath, the generosity that the breath can provide, the joy, the simplicity. Relax your eyeballs in their sockets. Relax your jaw. We're coming into dangle. I want you guys to take your hands down nice and slow. Straighten your legs slowly, you guys. You'll come into the dangle that suits you. Feet together is a little harder. Feet can be hip width apart. Nice bend in your knees here. Tuck your chin. Then let your arms hang down. Dangle. You guys can sway a little bit here. Use your blocks if you need to use your blocks. Settle into your dangle here. Relax in the pose. Follow the next breath in and in and in. There's that yummy just right. When you get to the top of the breath, a pause. And then let the exhalation sneak out slowly, slowly. Bend your knees here a lot. We're going to coil up like a baby fern, so you're tucking your chin and you're uncoiling with an inhalation, you guys. Keep inhaling, reach up overhead, look up if that feels good. Exhale, dive forward. And we're going to play with sunset, sunrise breaths. I'll coach you guys. It's a big bend in the knees and an inhalation as you sunrise. Dive forward with your exhalation. Again, you're inviting the breath in. This is so much more about breath because you're letting the breath guide you. Exhale. And feel free to linger. Go ahead of me, go behind me. Obviously, my breath cycle is different from yours. Inhale as you come up and up and up. Explore. Feel the soles of your feet rooted, grounded, centering. Exhale as you dive forward, sunset breath, just like we greet the sun. Ancient Indian yogic tradition, sun salutations. This is the first part. Sunrise and sunset. Sunrise, inhale. Sunset, exhale. Next time you're in dangle, I want you guys to find your way back down to your mat nice and gently. Lie back. Take your time. We're going to come into recline twist. If you're going to set your knees up on a blanket or your blocks, go ahead and set those outside left, adjacent to your left knee. I'm going to invite you guys to come down to the mat with me. You're going to exhale. Exhale and pull your knees into your chest. Yes, you guys, and just reach up over the shins. A little rock, a little roll so that you're giving your lumbar spine, a beautiful massage. Nice, you guys. Open your arms to a nice wide T shape. Inhale deeply, invite the breath in here. Exhale as you drop your knees off to the left. Place a blanket in between your knees if you need to. That will enable the top leg, the right leg, to soften. Maybe you want to prop your legs up on a blanket or a bolster. let all the breath go. I want you guys to empty your lungs. Exhale fully. Fully. Recline twist. Your knees are off to the left. Yes. And now inhale and inhale and inhale. Hold on with me, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, release, release. Just go ahead and marinate into your mat. Let go of the breath, trusting it'll come right back to you. There's that sense again of feeling lifted, light, buoyed as you're inhaling. And notice what's happening with your body in the exhalation as you soften and soften. And ever so slowly, gently, coming out of the twist, onto your back, nice and slow. You might feel a little fragile here, no problem. Pull your knees into your chest, you guys. Nice, nice. Reach up over your shins, pull the knees in, and just let your knees fall side to side so that you're just giving your lumbar spine a massage on the mat. We're not going to rush to the other side. We're going to ease into the pose, taking any blocks or blankets outside the right knees. Yeah. Open your arms to a nice wide T shape, palms up towards the sky, receptive. Inhale here, inhale. Exhale, let your knees fall off to the right. Recline twist, just settle in. Use your breath to ripen into your mat. Tune into this quality of feeling grounded, centered, steady. Grounded, centered, steady. Use your breath. It's always there, you guys. Deepen the breath. Follow that inhalation in. Fall in love with the breath. Ease, ease. He does it on the exhalation. All the way until your lungs are empty. A little pause. Receiving breath and then releasing. Receiving and releasing. It's a cycle. Deep peace envelops you in your sanctuary. You can do this anytime. A little longer, we'll savor this reclined twist. You can do it. You guys look great. Easy does it. You're not pushing, just allowing the spine to twist, kind of wring out stale energy. Sending fresh, rich blood, oxygenate, I can never say that right, oxygenating the cells. Following the breath in as though it were a sacred guest of prana, invite it in. And watch as you release. Find your way onto your back again, slowly. We take time going into the poses. We take time coming out. And you might feel fragile. You can pull your knees into your chest, reach up over the shins, give yourself a little massage on the mat. And let your head fall side to side so your brains can just sort of liquefy back there too, right? And let your feet come down so that your knees are still up towards the sky, and just let your knees fall to the side. Time and time again. And just taking your time. The next pose is Shavasana. Don't skip Shavasana during this uncertain time. It's probably the most important pose you could do. You could always send your legs up the wall. You guys can lay back with your bolster. I know you know how to set yourself up. Use an eye bag or even a wash rag to cover your eyes. Let your friends and family know that this is your time. Darken the lights. Already, of course, your phones are off. So just settle in. And follow the breath in and out. And cover up with a blanket. And perhaps something underneath the knees, a little pillow. I'm going to stop talking, and I'm actually going to turn the video off. Just because I'm turning the video off, you guys, please stay in Shavasana for a minimum of 7 or 8 minutes. You can do it. And then check in with my blog, and then you'll see what my tips are about limiting certain things or deepening your journaling practice, breath practice. And I'll see you on the mat again very soon. And I'll say namaste to you now. And I encourage you, please stay in your Shavasana for as long as suits you. Thank you for practicing with me. It's been my honor today to guide you. Namaste.